I'm with Coldwell Banker Premier Group in South County. We are actually right off of Big Bend. We're a lot different than Gundaker. We are a locally owned as well as operated in St. Louis. We are actually the #1 affiliate with Coldwell Banker, so you're not just getting a huge company, you're getting a locally owned place as well as the #1 in the state of Missouri. So I'm just going to talk about a couple things, but before I really begin, did anyone have any questions from all the other slides that Chris and Dan went over before I started? All right. So what you want to know before you're meeting your agent, you want to know what you're looking for in your new home. A lot of times people will say, well, I can only get 150, so I want a 150 house. Well, what a realtor needs to know, he needs to know where you want to be, what school district do you want to be, how many bedrooms, bathrooms, and here's another thing that a lot of people don't think of. Do you want a fenced yard? Do you want a garage? A lot of people just assume that. But a lot of properties out there don't have that, so you need to be able to tell your realtor so he can find it or she can find it to the benefit of your family. Because it's not about just being a house anymore, it's about being a home. So that's what I really go for, and I'll explain that a little bit more. So the next part is how to choose needs versus wants. And you need to sit down with your significant other or not and say, okay, this is what we have to have versus what we would like to have on that house. So you have yourself, you have an office that you really want, and then you have the kids' room. Well, you have to have those 3 bedrooms. Would you like to have a 4th bedroom? Sure. But when you come into that home, not every home's going to have everything. You're going to hopefully find that house, and we'd love to help you, but that's the thing. You need to know where the deal breakers are. You need to know where you're going to say, okay, this house doesn't have this, so let's go move on. And that's what I always encourage, is that I'll find houses for you that match your criteria, and we go visit them. And then I don't want to dwell on those houses that you're like, maybe, maybe not. Let's just move on. Let's find you the house that you really feel comfortable with. You have to be able to walk in that house and say, I love this house. Because that's the most important thing to me as well as it should be for you guys. So going back over, okay, we have to have 3 bedrooms. We'd like to have a fireplace, but that's not going to be a deal breaker. So that's the 2 things I always kind of go over. Next is sort of my slogan that's going around South County right now. I have a YouTube channel as well as I have 2 different websites. My biggest thing is pride, and that's an acronym for professionalism, responsibility, integrity, discipline, and ethics. So that's what you get when you sign with me, is that you're going to have pride in your real estate agent, and you should have pride in yourself for finding a good home. The next is, if you guys want, you can take your cell phones out and you can text Trent to 87804. What that is I have physical cards I can give you guys, but in reality I always know that you guys are probably going to lose them, write something on them, throw them in the trash. What this is it's a mobile business card, so you always have access to it. It has a little video talking about myself as well as cell phone number, website, email, fax number. That's something that you guys can always have and you can always get in contact with me. So to kind of go back over everything that Dan and Chris talked about, there is a couple things I wanted to go over with you guys, but I wanted to know if there was any questions about that sort of stuff, such as making an offer. So I really wanted to kind of go back over the down payment, because I know that's always a thing. That is a good faith payment. If you're a seller and you have 2 different offers, and one is $100,000 with no down payment, and another one is $100,000 with $1,000 down payment, that tells you that this person's a really serious buyer. That they're willing to give you $1,000 down, and then they're willing to buy. So which one is stronger to you guys? That's a big question. And that's, you have to take it on that other side of things. You can't always think about the buyer side, you have to think about the seller side. Yeah, I think Dan and Chris you guys really kind of covered everything. So if anyone has any questions after, I'm more than happy to do that. I actually specialize with buyers. I enjoy it. I enjoy helping. I actually just closed on 2 houses about a week ago. So I'm really excited to start over and keep on going. So hopefully you guys can contact me. And if you have any questions, feel free.
Appreciate all of you guys coming out tonight.